welcome to Good Vibes Guidance Tarot. So today we're going to do a general collective reading. Before we get started, I'm going to cleanse the space and the energy because I just had an idea. But so you have your headphones in, you might want to turn them down to protect your eardrums. Okay. So the idea that I had, because before I was doing the reading, the song that popped in my head was "Free My Mind." And that pretty much popped in my head twice, and I listened to the song. First, I listened to it, and then it went away, and then I was doing about to do the reading and cleansing the table and clearing it and stuff like that, and it pretty much popped in my head again, and so there's clearly something there. So we're gonna use the music deck to see. Also, that song, probably want to listen to that, and whatever song comes out. And this, I'm gonna try to start writing some. I think I put some song lyrics in it rather than the actual whole song. Sometimes it's not even. Sometimes it's certain different parts of the song, which is why they just listen to the whole song. But sometimes it's just a specific part. Like Shawn Mendes' Bad Reputation. When you listen to the beginning, he was like, she got a bad reputation, so she takes the long way home. So it's just okay, there's somebody talking shit about her, okay? And she knows, and so she avoided. You ever watch Sex Education, or is it Sex Ed? Whatever. But you know the show on Netflix, right? The British show. It's a good show. But the character, Maeve, she had a bad reputation, but she was pretty smart and stuff like that. So it was so she avoided certain things or certain people because she just didn't want to care to clear it up and stuff like that. It's you already think whatever you think, and it's whatever. And then later on in the song where he continues, he sounded like he doesn't care about the reputation. Because he even said all my friends see her naked, or so they say. He doesn't even really trust or believe his friends. So it's just you don't even listen to the gossip or the rumors that people are saying about you. He don't care. He wants you. Okay. I don't have no other song to kind of talk about or explain. But yeah, but that is where it's two different parts of the song. It might just be best to listen to the whole song. But I think I have the lyrics of those two parts. Hopefully. But what's Sierra, So What? It's the whole damn chorus, and then I think so what? What are they saying? And you still want them. You still gonna holler at them. You still gonna talk to them. It doesn't matter. So what? And pretty much the same story, same situation. People are trying to deter you from somebody that they're trying to paint them off to be a bad person when they might not even actually be that bad person. And you're trusting your own judgment rather than the judgment of other people and what they want you to think. And going after who you want to go after and doing the things that you want to do and finding out for yourself rather than sitting back and having that what if and stuff like that. I didn't talk to that person because this person told me not to talk to that person because they said that they was a bad person or they was a horrible person. And then they're going to try to make it seem like you was at some point, even though they never found out. They be oh, it's good to see that she changed, turned herself around and changed and stuff like that. Then it might be somebody that actually was there and knew you the whole time and be what are you talking about? She was like that forever. And then they be what? And they was yeah, she been like that forever. She was always that way. And then they were oh, well, this person said this, and the third, and the whole thing was a lie. So they missed their own opportunities to listen to somebody else. And yeah, the other people just went and go find out for themselves. Okay, so we have these three that came out together. We have Better by Khaled, Triggered, the remix, and Stan, Black. I don't remember better by heart. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, Also seeing that is more so if you do listen to the song, listen to the remix. Janae's part is nice, but more so focused on 21's part. Because it's mainly males. That's male singers that's there. Um, so it's more so what 21 is saying. And I remember when all the part that then popping in my head was a bitch, you got me triggered. And it's just like, whoa. Like, whoa there. He said, bitch, you got me triggered. It's like he left you, or like he mad that you with somebody else and that person treated you better than how he treated you. You happier with that person, and he don't like that. Okay, that's triggering him, just getting him upset. And then Stan, pretty much, like Eminem's song Stan, right? And what Stan did to pretty much meet Eminem, he kept writing him letters, and then Eminem was busy, so he couldn't like write back in time. So a Stan is like an obsessive fan, pretty much. They wanted you to be obsessed with them and fan over them and stuff like that, and love them oh so much, like a Stan and stuff like that. But they didn't have nothing to fan over. I'm sorry. Okay, I try to think of a better way to say it, but they ain't have nothing to fan over. They ain't do nothing. They not Eminem. They have nothing to fan over. They like all these people have like some type of song. You'd be like, okay, that's a good song, right? Khaled, he did. If you watch 13th Reason Why, he did the song with Billie Eilish, they Welcome Home, where we pretty much find out why Hannah did what she did. I think that was season 2. I didn't watch past that, I'll be honest with you. I don't even think I finished season 2. I think I did, but I didn't make it past it. I got confused at some point, and I just didn't make it past it. And I feel like we could have just stopped when the book stopped, but hey, that's just me. And the location, send me. You're like, they have songs that like you be like, all right, yeah, cool. And then when you realize or listen to other songs, you be like, damn, yeah, this person good, like that kind of thing. 21 Savage, half of his raps to me, certain shit that he says is funny. It is hilarious. So I'm always not saying I'm always gonna listen, but like if it's funny and hilarious, I'm gonna add it. If you're saying some real shit, I'm gonna also add it. But it's like this person didn't do anything to get you to be obsessed over them. Like I don't say obsessed over them, to like fan over them and pretty much try to like keep up to date with what they doing. And I do know this song. But I'm gonna continue to listen because I still don't know what the message is yet. Probably when they was with you, they feel like they shined, right? Everybody got their, like, they got people attention, but it was more so because it was with you, not because of what they was doing. And now you with somebody else, where that person actually do love and care for you. You love and care for them. And I do know the song. Yeah, and nothing feels better. You found a love that's better than all the other relationships that you had, and it's bothering this person. They mad because all 21 is, bitch, you got me triggered. That's all the part that keep popping up. Like, and I can say the whole gist of his part, but just the only part that, bitch, you got me triggered. And we have I Can't Make You Love Me. I know the Tank version. I don't know this for her version, but I know she sung it first. But yeah. Oh, because and better, he said nothing gets better than this. Not saying that you wanted somebody to like obsess over you or fan over you and stuff like that, but they they care for you and stuff like that. They rooting for you. They and you also rooting for them. They message you, they talk to you, they check in on how you doing, okay? They up to date on your life and you also like up to date on their life. And not saying you want them to kill yourself. That you did this. That's pretty much what. This is why we have blacks then, because that's not what happened. He said like he wants somebody to actually like truly genuine love him, because all this other people like all the love that he had before, that wasn't it. Um, and now either the love that you have for yourself or the love that you're gonna have for somebody else, nothing tops that. And now this person knows that they can't interrupt it or they can't disturb it. They can't be a part of it. And you won't. The way that you love this person, the way that you love themselves, pretty much shows that you didn't like. You have a new capacity of love. Like, you know, you leveled up in your love. Okay, your love could be your power. You leveled up in that bitch, and now they feel ashamed because it's just like, damn, if I did that and she was at this level and I couldn't even handle her at this level, I can't handle her. Okay, let's say before you was at like a level 5. Okay, they did all this shit. Okay, now you at like a level 10. They couldn't handle you at a level 5. And they know they can't handle you at a level 10. And at the level 10, you're not like really caring about these level 5s. And that's when they realize, fuck, like there's no chance of us ever getting back together or giving me the time of day. There's no reason. I'm just like a little blob, a little speck. And then we have Put a Spell on You, streaming Jim Hawkins. Jay Hawkins. I said Jim? Jay Hawkins. Oh. The only part that pops in my head is the chorus. I put a spell on you and now you're mine. Isn't that in Hocus Pocus, the first one? I didn't watch the second one, I'll be honest with you. I just feel like we should have just left it alone. Just left it alone. Yeah, we're gonna continue. Then we have Lovers Never Die by Celine Dion. Can't really see that. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, try to get you to come back to them. But even if you do go back to them, you're still going to be missing this other person. Because the love that you had with that person is stronger than the love that you have with this fake person. Also, the spell probably won't even work. Because this lovers never die. The love that you have is unbreakable. So the spell can't even do anything. Yeah, million reasons. Lady Gaga. You give this person a million reasons. You ask that, like, there's a million reasons for you to leave. All that you needed. Oh, she said, I just one good reason to stay. Just one good reason. I have 1,000 or a million reasons to leave, but you know, you give me one good reason, I'll stay. This person couldn't even do that, which is why you left. And now they mad and they triggered because you left, and it's just like you didn't give me the reason. Like it's just, there was no reason for me to stay, so I'm gonna go. And that's what you did, as you should. Like, then we have Nothing But Trouble, Instagram models, with Charlie Path and Lil Wayne. Yeah, that's what I said before. They got attention when they was with you because you was pretty. You was the pretty one. They wasn't the one getting attention. You was the one getting attention. Oh, you ever watch Grace and Frankie? Right? You remember when Robert at some point in time he had to go to an event with Saul, and all the like the attention that he was getting was different than the attention he will get when he had Grace on his arms. And then he was like a little bit upset with Saul because he wasn't Grace, and then Saul was like, I'm never going to be Grace. Okay, I'm never going to give you that attention that you used to get with her and stuff like that. And then Robert was like, when he had her on his arm, like when he walked into a room, like everybody's head would turn. It was because she captured everybody's attention. It wasn't him. And he liked that. Like, he liked the fact that he was able to, like, people noticed when he walked in and stuff like that. But they didn't actually notice him. They more so noticed her. And then they noticed him later because they're together and married and stuff like that. Well, it was. Oh, wait, at the bottom, we have Breaking Point with, I'm going to say Kay Helson because I can't remember her name right now. And I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, she was like, every woman got a breaking point. Like, yeah, this... They didn't give you the reason. Like, it's just... I don't understand why they mad. There was no good reason for you to stay, which is why you left. And then while you left, you found better. And now they mad and they triggered. But that's not your fault, because no matter what you did, this person would not have loved you the way that you deserve to be loved. And then... But they was fine with that because you was loving them and try to get them to love you back the way that you was loving them, and that wasn't never gonna happen. So now they trying to come back in and play little games, like a little. I won't say they want to put a spell, like a spell, but like they want to play games, pretty much confuse you and be like, oh, we belong together, we're lovers, we're soulmates. The love we have will never die. And it's like, that's a lie, because a karmic love will die. Boom. Which is why can't make you love me, because shit was karmic. Like, it's just get over yourself. And then we have concern, distant horizon, and expectations. Yeah, they concerned because they expected you to come. They were just sitting with the anchor being here. They were just sitting there and being stubborn, waiting for you to come to them. But in the midst of them sitting there waiting, you done healed, loved yourself, find a new person, moving out somewhere else, not to them. And they just like, what? And they just sitting out the window watching all this, but like, oh, they still gonna come to me. They still, that's the delulu. That's the delusion right there. They still thinking you gonna come to them. It's just like, okay, you can sit there and think that, but that's not true. Because we have 333, well, 33, which is 33. Let me move this. You can see that as 3, which is about collaboration. They concerned because they want to collaborate with you. They want to partner, like, be with you. But it's kind of hard if there's... Also, with the males being here, and then a triggered only have 2 females and stuff like that, that's a concern. That's a concern, some might say. Very much a concern, because it's like, who's out the female? Why is she there? And which means somebody's in a relationship or a partnership, and they were still expecting. I won't say they was expecting to leave or expecting you to come and take them away and stuff like that, steal them from this other person, and you didn't put yourself in a competition. You wasn't taking nobody from nobody. If it was meant for you, it would be yours. And right, ain't no Trey songs out there trying to be Mr. Steal Your Girl, Steal Your Bitch. That nobody was trying to do that. Who got time for that? So which is why you left and you moved on elsewhere. Right? Because we got 36, which is 9. So you released this. And then we have 28, which is 10. And things came to an end and conclusion, a completion, but in a conclusion. But they sat there and expected you to come back and start this all over again. It's just like, no, it ended. Because you released it. You let it go. And they sat there being arrogant and stubborn, thinking that you was going to come back to them. Because they supposed to be God's gift to earth. The best thing walking. We have official person. Yeah. And 22. So, you released this person, fell back, and became pretty much. That's why I say, like, the love It could be like the love of self, like self-love. So now you know your worth. You trust yourself more. Um, and won't lower your standards. And you realize the standards that you have aren't impossible. And it's not high. It's high to people that can't match up to it. Again, like I said, the people they couldn't handle you when you was at a level 5. So that means this person was beneath a 5. Now you at 10. So your standards can't be at 5 anymore. It must be at 10. You have to keep going. Like, the more you improve, the higher your standards is going to be. Because you need somebody to keep up with you. Not be beneath you. But they try to make it be reversed and make it seem like you was beneath them, but the whole time you was above them. Hey, poverty. And that's a 10 again. Then we have cat and a mouse. Remember the in one of the videos, like when the cat's away, the mouse come to play. Yeah, they concerned because the sun's peeking in. They're the one that concerned, and I won't say they poor, but like they struggling. They in some form of like poverty. It could be love, it could be money, it could be mental. They're not, or even health. They're not doing the best since this whole thing came to an end. Also, they realized that it came to an end but refused to accept it. And we have pathway. Also, they see that you've grown and transformed and evolved plenty of times. That's what I said. Like, you probably when they was together, y'all was together, you was at a 5. Then we have a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Is that? Yeah. Then it's that's a tree. But yeah, pretty much you evolved a whole bunch of different levels. You're not the same person, and they know that they can't compete with you. They couldn't compete with you then, and they can't compete with you now. So the best that they can do is try to slow down your growth and where you're going and your evolution. But you're not even giving them the chance to, or you're not even talking to them or giving them time of day to do that. And also, you don't even take this person seriously. You're more focused on the things that actually brings you a piece of happiness. And we have a wealthy man. Oh, now we got 4. I didn't see the 22 as 4. I see it as 2, which is a choice in a person. Also balance. So you're pretty much balanced by yourself than being with this person. And then the wealthy person with a 4, that's kind of sort of the emperor. Don't say like that's who you're focusing on, or that's who you're trying to attract, or that's what you want. But you want somebody, because wealth can mean anything. Like, you can have like knowledge. It could be money, it could be spiritual or emotional. It's just, compared to poverty, like, it's very different. And especially like this situation was already over. This 4 talks about like stability, but also stagnation. But like, it could be like a foundation. It all depends on you, on what you choose or your choices and stuff like that. If it fits your pathway, if it's what you're doing, then you probably would accept it. But once it doesn't, you let it go and you release it, which is what you're supposed to do. And we have journey. Yeah, pretty much what you learned on this journey. With a 10. So that's 3 10s. So at least 3 things, or you started there's gonna be a beginning. There should be at least 3 beginnings, or like 3 aces of swords or something like that. Not aces of swords, but like 3 aces in some way, shape, or form. Might be slow, to it's coming or it's happening, if it's a very solid, stable offer, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Um, because things have to balance out and stable out. Also, in the journey card, there's two people over here that's looking, and then this person was expecting you, so they was looking. And I did say, like, there's two females, so this person could be in a relationship, and that we already know that they're in a relationship, they obsessed with you, and then the person's obsessed with them. But seeing that the person's obsessed with them and they obsessed with you, this person's also obsessed with you by, like, default, or like a byproduct kind of thing, because they want to know why is their person so obsessed with you. So now you got two people obsessed with you because one person can't get over you, but refused to get over you because they expected you to come back to them and chase them. So they pretty much with this person, they pretty much got with that person to buy time or to waste time. Well, yeah, buy time or waste time or to make you jealous, to try to like rush you to hurry up and come get them. And you just left them with that person because you released it and let it go, and now they're concerned because now the actions or the consequences catching up to them. You balance, people see you, you're going to attract somebody that's also balanced and stable, but also that person going to have money because of where you going to have money. So they person might also have money. And even if they don't have money, for you, the relationship isn't about the money or materialistic or financial stuff. And it's like, if your person don't got it and you got it, that's fine. And if you don't got it but your person got it, that's fine too. Like, they're not gonna throw it in your face. JT and Lil Uzi Vert popped in my head when she was like, she wanna always be like his 50-50 and stuff like that. Like, when he got it, that's fine and that's cool. But when he doesn't got it, like, he can depend on her. He could go to her. He could look at her. Like, she don't want him to like look at anybody else to try to defend, or like anybody else to like pretty much be his cushion. She want to be his cushion, and to also like have the money to do that and the finances to do that, and vice versa. And that shit gonna be balanced and peaceful and unbreakable. No matter what anybody say, that this person not gonna listen to it. They're not gonna care. It's gonna continue to grow and evolve and just continue to transform and be better. At the bottom we have Thief. With the 6, yeah, they're trying to steal your happiness, or steal your calm and your like your peace, your happiness, your love. They're trying to distract you, to cause chaos and confusion, to trip you up, to get you to make a mistake. Like, some of them could be like also watching tarot, like being a cross watcher, and then if they be like, oh, a new person is coming in, the old person will try to pop up, act like they're different, they healed, they changed, to try to pretend like they're the new person, but they're not the new person. Because it will say it's an old person, but they have healed and resemble a new person like you do, but they don't, which is why they're concerned. It's all an act, which is why they feel inadequate, because somebody is more official than the other person. Somebody is way more put together than the other person, and they know that, they see that. Also, I want to say, some of them might try to pretend like they know the lingo, but they don't. They just been watching and try to like study. But if you ask them certain questions that it's like the internet won't know, or that can't be looked up, they won't know what the fuck you're talking about. They be confused. And we have Book. with the diamonds, and diamonds are pentacles. So pretty much the 10 of pentacles. But we have 26, right? And 26 equals 8, and 8 talks about movement. So it's like you started, the knowledge that you gained helped you move on and move forward and grow and evolve in many ways than just one. And the knowledge that you gained is not like you just picked it up and then just lost it or never used it again. It will be there for like generations and generations. Like you're passing it down to other people. Without, I probably don't realize it, but it was a knowledge that was very impactful and helpful for you. And yeah, you pretty much pass it down and to your family and your generations. Especially with books being here. It's like it's more so where the 10 of Pentacles is normally like material, like a house or something like that. Oral knowledge or like spoken language or information is also like could be passed down from generation to generation, like folk tales and stories and stuff like that. That is in the book, and it was passed down from generation to generation to teach the person like the moral of the story is don't do this, or to be careful of this, beware of that, and stuff like that. And you're pretty much doing the same thing, and it's here. It's pretty much it's here to stay. Like you're not just gonna magically wake up one day and be like, I'm just gonna play dumb. Like you're not gonna do that. Just like I just pretend like I don't remember. I don't know what I'm doing today. I don't understand the moral. And it's like no, you're being more aware of yourself and your surroundings and the people that you keep around you and people that you interact with, because it could affect your money, your finances, and your future. And you know that. You see that. And we have Tower, right, with the 6 of Spades, but Spades is normally swords. And then we have Tower with 19, which is another 10. With the 6 of Swords, that talks about moving on to calmer waters, but it's a little bit choppy. But then with the Tower being here, because the Tower normally talks about like sudden change, and also shocking and upheaval and destruction. But seeing that the Tower is standing up, but there's clouds here. It was hard for you to move on because of the whole mixed emotions. You probably didn't know if you was doing the right thing, or like trust yourself, or and the knowledge that was being provided to you to let this come to an end and come to a completion, because you didn't know what was on the other side pretty much. But it's like the further and further you get away, or you got away, the calmer and the smoother things got. With this, nothing gets better than this, right? It's starting to get better and better the further you got away from this person and you created some form of distance. And that's when you gain the knowledge of you can't force anybody to love you or make them love you if they don't, right? But the most important thing that you can have is self-love and love of self and stuff like that, and trusting yourself and knowing your worth, so you don't let anybody try to bring you down or play on your insecurities or project their insecurities onto you and stuff like that, and cloud your judgment. Because birds is normally talk about like messengers and stuff like that. So like your intuition is always there. Everyone has it, but not everyone listening to it, because their judgment could be clouded and not trusting themselves to know like, okay, this is my intuition speaking, and then telling me this for my higher good, versus ego speaking and stuff like that. Then we have Ship. Not bad. I kind of sort of put the camera in a different direction, so now I gotta like get acquainted with the angle. But we got a Ship with the 10 of Spades. It just says Spades or Swords. Then we got 3. So the 10 of Swords person betray you and stab you in the back, and it's kind of sort of overkill. And also, if you pay attention, the ship is over here. That's what you released, and you moved on and you moved forward. And they try to make it hard for you to move on and move forward by betraying you and stabbing you in the back. Because if you remember the 333, I say you could see it as 333. If you wanted to see it as 6, that's weird, because 6 is supposed to be peace and harmony. Why this person would be concerned over peace and harmony? You can't really see you. Back it up. There you go. And it's because they wanted to betray you the whole time and continue to be able to... Okay. They didn't expect you to leave, which is why they created a whole bunch of waves to try to keep you to get you to stay there. But you was able to, make it past the waves, okay? And because the ship is in the sky, it doesn't matter how much waves they made if your ship flies. That's in the air. The wind, okay, cool. You kind of sort of need that anyways. So it's like how they try to hurt you or betray you or bring you down. You pretty much just overcame it with knowledge. Then we have Crossroads and Queen of Pentacles. Because it's the Queen of Hearts. Well, Queen of Diamonds. Yeah. Engine Pathway, they try to put you at a crossroads. With the 222, they try to put the official person at a crossroads to get them confused, so they don't know which path to take. And then we have Clover with the 6 of Diamonds, which is the 6 of Pentacles, which is generosity, giving and receiving, equal give and take. And we also have 2. So you're choosing who to give to, who not to give to. And taking like a leap of faith, but also being like aware of your surroundings, paying attention to what's going on, is working out for your good. And then we have Mountains with the 8 of Clubs. Clubs or Wands. And we have 21, which is 3. Yeah. This person is trying to come in and try to come to you and move to you and stuff like that. But the rate... I think I explained it one time with cars. The way that you're moving, or the car that you have, goes way faster than the one that they on. Well, because in Journey it's the train. The train that you're on is way faster than the train that they on. Okay? You could probably have more stops. I don't know. But it's just faster. And then even Mountains talks about like obstacles and challenges and stuff like that. You're breezing past these obstacles and challenges and hurdles. Like, you deserve to be in Olympics. Like, you you just hopping over these bitches, and meanwhile they knocking them over and then falling, and you just do, and they're just like, what the fuck? Like, slow down, but don't slow down. Well, if you need to slow down, but don't slow down because this person telling you to slow down, because they're just trying to cause a whole bunch of obstacles. Because when you go up, climb a mountain, it's the incline increase, so it gets a little bit harder. And the air also gets thinner. So it's like it takes a lot of toll on your body. So it's good to have that knowledge, that information to prepare yourself for what lies ahead. And this person is not prepared for what lies ahead, but you are. And they was never prepared, and it's kind of easy to see that. They're more so prepared to betray you than what lies ahead. They're more so easy to sabotage you than anything. Then we have a Stork with the Queen of Hearts and 17, which is still 8. Yeah. So you went from you were the Queen of Pentacles, a financial, stable, solid person, okay? That loves themselves. That's moving on and moving forward. Which is why they're trying to put you at this crossroads. Like, oh, do you want to be single or be in a relationship with me? And then it's like you rather be single because the person calls you nothing but stress. And then they just like, oh, well, they're going to try to make it seem like, I don't want to say like, yes, I cheated, but like everybody cheat kind of thing. But the reason why they cheat was completely different. Let me use the situation instead. They pretty much, I don't want to say they've been cheating, but they pretty much, they didn't take that relationship seriously. They don't take relationships seriously. They more so look and go for where they can get more money or get, like, where the grass is greener. But sometimes the grass is greener because it's fake. And that's the problem. They went to this other person thinking that the grass is real and the grass is fake. But now they stuck there because they want you to come and get them. But you don't want this person. And you don't care about what's going on in their life because that's their problem in their life. And so you let it go and you release it. And you're moving on to bigger and better things. So now it's like this person just have to break up with them. And then they can do whatever they want with their life. But they won't break up with them for money. I won't say it. Somehow, some way, it's cheaper for them to stay together than to be by themselves. No, I think it's cheaper to be single to then be in a relationship because that's one food that you're buying compared to two. If your person eats, that's like more than two foods. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I don't know. Some for financial reasons, or they need a home. Oh, that's a homosexual technically then. It is a sexuality. There was a person, a homosexual, somebody that just sleep with you just because they need a house or shelter, or in a relationship with you because they need like form of shelter. They need heat, they need water, they need a bath, they need a shower. So pretty much, you housing a hobo. Well, in a relationship, but pretty much. If you ever watched a SpongeBob episode where Squidward got fired and SpongeBob took him in, if technically sponges are asexual, but I don't think they have a gender. But like if SpongeBob was like his mom or stuff like that, so if it's SpongeBob mom or like SpongeBob had a sister or stuff like that, because not SpongeBob mom, SpongeBob had a sister. And the sister pretty much saw Squidward, took him in, helped him. Or Squidward knew SpongeBob had a sister, knew how much SpongeBob cared for him. Started hollering at the sister. The sister was like, oh my goodness, Squidward, he loves me. He's down. He need a place to stay. I could just take care of him. He could stay here. And then they get into a relationship, or he normally just starts the relationship just because he need a place to stay. So started talking to like SpongeBob, sister, and be like, hey, you know what? We should date. We should go out. And then, in like a couple of days, be like, oh my goodness, I should come to your house. You should see your house, and we should do this, and we should do that. Oh, I should sleep over and stuff like that. And they just never leave. It's yeah. Don't you dare put that person's name on the lease, or anything. That's a whole year they get to stay. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't have them. Don't know anything. Also, gotta be careful because squatters' rights. Technically, that is a squatter. So, like I said, like you leave and stuff like that, but you stop paying and they moved in. that's technically now their apartment if they've been there for a certain period of time and then like proved like the upkeep and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, the squatters' rights. Pay attention in these streets. We have crickets. No action, silence. Yeah, you learn some form of, you know, what popped in my head, since you got your degree and everything, like, since you so smart, you got your degree and everything, so, like, yeah, since now you got the information, some form of education, it's just been crickets. It's either could be like, once you found out about this other person, been crickets, you ain't never spoke to this person again, or entertain them, and they just like, wait a minute. And then we have grip, anchor, chained, way down. Then we also have an anchor in the distance horizon. Yeah, the person is trying to hold you back and keep you stuck and weigh you down. In a loveless relationship, or like a one-sided relationship, or like a poly, some could be poly, and you wasn't with that. That wasn't for you. Or try to put you in a competition you didn't want to be in, and you was like, I'm gonna head out, and now they stuck in that situation that they didn't want to be in, and you didn't want to be in it either. And it's just like, then why start it? And that's always the question. I don't think this person realized why they started what they did. But then be like, I'm better with my head than my heart. Like, I don't. That's a lie. That's a lie. Then we have denial, not facing the truth, irrational reasoning. I even said that before with the poverty. I was like, they are aware that you're not coming. They can see that. They can see that, which is why they're concerned. Okay, they know you're not coming. Because sunglasses talk about they're watching you from a whole nother day. They're watching you. They're stalking you. They know. Told you they obsessed with you. And because they obsessed with you and they have a person, that person is also obsessed with you because that person is obsessed with them. So you got two people obsessed with you, but one is kind of sort of adjacent. Because it was an add-on, pretty much. And oh yeah, funny enough, there is luggage here. Like, it's literally just an add-on. Like, the person just came along out of nowhere, and it's all because of this person that's obsessing over you. And they just won't accept that you're not coming back and you don't want them back. They refuse to accept that. They don't want to face that. Why? Because the reasoning for everything. It didn't make any. They didn't expect this to be the outcome. They expected you to come back. That was the reason they did everything, for you to come back. And it's just like, why didn't you just go to them? And then it was like this person would literally be like, I didn't know that was an option. And it's like, you didn't know that was an option, like that kind of thing. Cause like the cloud, it's something stupid. It's just, yeah. Now they stuck with the choices and decisions that they have made. And the reasons. And that keep playing back on repeat. The reason why they did it. Now they see that the reason was stupid. Then we have lockbox, closed and trapped, frustrated. And they keep trying to get to you. Or trying to... It's like if they can't get to you, they try to send... I won't say they try to send a female. Because the female... Somebody is weird, okay? Both is kind of weird, which is why they attracted each other. But one is a little bit more weirder than the other. But the fact that they can't close in on you and trap you is frustrated. The fact that they can't get action out of you or get something out of you, it's frustrating them. Because they love you oh so much. They don't. They're just obsessed with you. Infatuated is more so the word. Then we have negotiator, bargaining, what? Bargaining and begging. Bargaining? What the fuck? Now somebody gonna try to... Okay, somebody trying to negotiate with you and bargain with you, somebody just gonna bust intrude or interrupt. Oh, popped in my head, Kanye and Taylor Swift, like that kind of movement. Yeah. And then we have threatened, embarrassed appearance. They're kind of sort of self-explanatory. They try to embarrass you, end up embarrassing themselves. Because you still move on. And they still stuck with where they at. We have retaliation with punish, payback, revenge. See what I said? Somebody is more weirder than the other. Told you. Told you. Like, somebody is more weirder than the other. Yeah, I'm gonna use the love situations. Even though it's not really love. Oh. It came out in the reverse. It says talking. So they're not even talking. Or y'all not even talking. Somebody is not talking. You're not talking. Okay. The person that's obsessed with you, you're not talking to them. Okay? The person, now that person has somebody that's obsessed with them. They're not talking to that person. Even if they in a relationship or they in a house together, they don't talk. Which where we had that before, like it's a living situationship. They live together, but they don't talk. So it's more so. That's a domestic. Domestic partner. They live together, but they don't talk. More like roommates. And they were roommates. I love that vibe. These came out slanted. So we have the snake and ship. Yeah, ship keep coming. Somebody keep trying to move to you. And trying to make it hard for you to move away. So we have competition and enemy. The other woman looking over your shoulder. Cutting ties. Moving on. Receiving what you need. Processing and arriving. Show it to you. Right. But then I'm going to put it down slanted. Oh. Now I could use the love, the final flower. It's good to see they put you in a competition. And also, just told you it was triggered. There's 2 females there. I was like, something that's off. That's weird. And it's like once you found that out, once you heard, you was like, alright, cool. You're not competing with somebody else. There was no reason for you to compete anyways. Like, it wasn't like this person was surprised. Like I said, this person, there's nothing to fan over. So with the talk, I didn't read talking. It says, but it's reversed. It says interested, awaiting messages, text, call, emails, talking more. You're not interested. So you're not awaiting shit. You don't care. So while they sitting there wait, like texting you and waiting for you to text back, they will sit there and wait. And wait. Because you're not texting back. And then we have twin flame, yin yang. Yeah, because I was about to say, once I said like this not really love, that's when this flipped over and I was like, I have another deck I can use. That's a better deck. Yin yang and balance, union, duality, complement, and polar opposites. With the snake being here, there's an empath. But with the Queen of Cups, empath is not a part of it. So, it's just a snake with a snake. Now, I don't know if you know a lot about snake pits, but it could be a lot of snakes in there, but it's only one snake coming out. Like, you feel me? Which is why I don't do snakes. I don't do snakes at all. I can do like a lizard. That's cool, but not a snake. Not a snake. Then we have clock, needs time, cycle, take time to heal and process. Same. Oh, progressing. Right, and we also have that here. So you're moving forward, and it probably is slow and hard for you to move forward because of this snake and trying to put you in a competition and get you to look over your shoulder and stuff like that when things was rocky. Continue looking forward. This person can't do shit. It's like you see them in your rear view, you see them and you feel them behind you, but they're not actually like behind you. They can't do anything. You feel the energy, but there's not actually them. Also, I feel like this person was a karmic. I don't think you can feel the energy anymore. You sense that it's something off and something weird, but that's it. But that pushes you to like heal and start a whole new cycle and do something else and close that. Like they trying to stop you and slow you down, but it's not slowing you down. It's getting you to speed up, pretty much. Oh, what popped in my head is like, imagine it is a threat mechanism. So like imagine you're in a car, right? You're driving and out of nowhere somebody like comes behind you and like it's all up on your bumper, stuff like that. They trying to scare you. So it's like now you're scared to like stop, because if they stop they might hit your bumper and stuff like that. But let's say like you was cruising at like a 70 or like stuff like that, so they feel like, oh, like you only will go to a 70. Little did they know, you can hit this, you be cooling at 150 in this bitch, and they can't keep up with that. 150 miles per hour, like that scares them. They don't do it either. But like, don't do that. Don't drive that, okay? But like that's what I mean. Like you speed up and you can still have control over your car and your vehicle at that speed, and like be able to stop and not like fly through the window or like mess up your brakes or anything like that. Compared to them, once the car get like to 100, the car is in control of them. It's like you have more control over your space and your energy, your stuff, your surroundings. You don't let it control you. You control it. And it's not like in a like abusive dominant manner. It's just dominant strength. The true definition of strength. Know when you need to be dominant and when you need to be submissive. When you need to talk and when you just need to shut up. It's cool. When you need to walk, but when you need to sit. It's like, it is what it is. Isn't that a song? Know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away? Yeah. Pretty much what you did. And they thought they was doing something. They wasn't doing nothing. Then we have heartbroken, deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving, despair, breakup. You use this time to heal from this breakup, all the other breakups from the past, present, future. Well, I won't say future because we don't know. But either way, future, you just like, yep, nope. Even if it looked like it was you're gonna end up with a broken heart, you'd be like, yeah, no, I'm good. Then we have addiction, codependent, obsession, restrictive, possession, and control, emotionally blocked. Kinda said that before. I've been saying they was obsessed with you, and then they have somebody that's obsessed with them, but that obsession is why they keep trying to restrict you and slow you down. But the reason why their life is stuck is because the other person, and the other person's life is stuck because of that same person that's trying to keep you stuck. But they all too emotionally blocked to realize that, because they all trying to control the situation, which is their ego, which is the opposite of strength. Then we have the runner, fear of intimacy, running away, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. Yeah, now that you're no longer chasing them, now they want to they trying to run back to get you to chase them again. And that's the whole codependent situation. There's always a runner and a chaser. Also in a twin flame, but also in a karmic. A twin flame, it's more don't say like it's a push and a pull, but at some point it's like the more y'all try to fight it, the less rope that it is and stuff like that. The harder that it gets. Cause like if there's the runner, right, and the runner runs, stuff like that. At some point in time, they're always gonna turn back around because the yearning for the other person is going to get like a little bit too much to get intense, and it's going to get intense the further and further they run away. But then they stop, figure out why they're running, heal that, fix that, have a whole little ego death, realize there's no reason to fear intimacy or feel their emotions or to feel love. Like, love is scary. Yes. It might hurt sometimes. Yes. But if they hurt you and abuse their love, that's just, is their loss. It's going to be somebody else that will treat you way better. And actually appreciate the love that you're giving them. And won't betray it, and won't sabotage it, won't destroy it, won't put you in a competition with somebody else. And then they come back. But also, while there's a runner, there's a chaser. The chaser gotta realize there's no reason to be chasing love. You don't gotta chase a person to love you. You can't make it's not gonna work. And that is, you can be by yourself and still have love. Self-love. So one person pretty much finished the whole karmic cycle and learned what they were supposed to learn. They learned the self-love, the self-healing, and all that stuff, trust the self. Also learned about the shadow, why this person is the way that they are, why they trauma bonded with this person, why they connected with this person, what's a trauma bond, why, and the part. So pretty much in that aspect, you acknowledge your shadow, accept your shadow, you released it, still love it, like, won't say you wish the best for it, pretty much. That kind of love, like, you don't have no hate, no animosity, no hard feelings towards it. And that's pretty much how I explained what the runner was supposed to do. That's what they pretty much were supposed to do. You already did what you were supposed to do. At least started at them half. Like, I feel like that's at least 25% what they were supposed to do. So if they are cross-watching, and you are the runner, start the damn healing cycle, and then you will move the fuck on. And let this shit come to an end. Because all this shit is unnecessary. And you wasting your own time. Thinking that you wasting the other person's time. You're just wasting yours. And it's gonna get worse as time goes on. Also, y'all not soulmates. Y'all was karmics. So let's not try to play like the soulmates role. Because for one, they know that. Two, I feel like you also know that it was karmic. Which is why you don't have the connection like I used to. Because some of y'all, your person would have been fine. But the telepath, because that came up a couple of times, they would have been fine just having like a whole telepathic relationship with you. Never actually like speaking to you in your face and stuff like that. You just read their mind and you read their head all the time. Like, who? That's not a relationship. But they would have been cool with that. They would have been fine with that. But now that you're going to have somebody else where you have that telepathic connection, you have that emotional connection, you have that physical connection and spiritual connection, person can't compete. You have all that with yourself as well, and then there's gonna be somebody else that have that with themselves, and also like that's a whole. That's you whole by yourself, and you're gonna find another whole person. To them, they were like, "Oh, that's two holes." Like, you need like half. I'm supposed to be your other half. Like, no. Because technically, if they supposed to be your other half, like, and you supposed to be a half, but you're not fully there yet, that means you a quarter. And they half is not even. There's no good in. Well, the good ain't good. Like, it's that kind of thing. So it's like the whole thing is pretty much just negative. So it's just like they bring in, it's like 25% good, which is you, and then it's like 25%, well, technically it's more than 25% negativity. Hold on. 75% negativity, but then 25% good was you. And we knew that from the beginning. They was getting attention for because of you. You was on their arm. So that. And then we have twin flame, and we have detached and cold. It was a karmic twin flame. And we have decisions. Just like you had a choice, they also had a choice. And they chose to play in your face. Then we have forming structure and solid foundation. Then we have healing inner child. Yeah, like pretty much what I just explained. There's a reason. There's a whole choices that they made. There's a reason why you picked this person. There's a reason why you started dating this person. They was always cold and detached. But you didn't realize that at first because of the whole runner and chaser. But once you realized that, you started healing. That's when you gave yourself a little solid foundation. You started making better decisions for yourself. So you're not really attracted to the cold, detached, bad boy trying to put you in competition to hurt your feelings. Yeah, release, surrender, purging. And then we have remembering, awakening. So they know, they realize, they're aware. If they are now trying to go through a whole spirit, also, yeah, with the karmic, if you end up going through a spiritual awakening, they triggered that. You probably wasn't supposed to go through it at that time. Some of y'all. Which is why it was so chaotic. It was out of balance and unstable. What popped in my head, but you took the punches, you went with the flow and stuff like that. Gave him the old rope-a-dope where he was like the video popped in my head when he was just going round and round and round and like just letting them punch and punch and punch, and then they tire themselves out. And then when the dude was tired and he took a breath, Muhammad Ali did like a little dance because he have all the energy because all he did was dodge. It takes more energy out swinging than just blocking and dodging. So while they all tired and wore themselves out trying to slow you down and do all this, what also popped in my head in the car analogy, like even if they was like revving their like engine and stuff like that, they kind of pretty much wasted a whole bunch of gas trying to do that. Which is how when you ready to take off and start, they also can't keep up with you because for one, they don't have enough gas for that. Two, they can't control the car at that speed. Three, it was, to them, it was a little jokey joke. Like, they didn't mean it, but they did, okay? But they don't want you to know that they mean it. Irrational. They're not going to face the truth or tell you the truth. They know the truth, but they're not going to, like, tell everybody else. And then we have family, home, commitment. Person could be in a whole marriage, and they probably went into a marriage to, I won't say to spite you. Some of y'all was trying to make you jealous because you was detached from it, and they felt like this will get you to like pull you back in and get you drawn to their like this connection again. But there's no. That automatically made it karmic. For one, it was already karmic with the side chick. Or whoever. If you was the side, it was just that automatically made it karmic. And I just think it was karmic from the beginning. Which is why now they're trying to put you at this crossroads. Because it was always karmic. It's just no one knew that they can be like karmic. I won't say no one. But like some people didn't know that they can be karmic twin flames, karmic soulmates, karmic twin flame soulmates. It could be all of it. And it's like once you learn the lesson and, you know, release yourself and purge it, surrender it, heal what needs to be healed, you will be on like a very solid and stable foundation. And it awakens you to a whole different door, which is why you keep growing and evolving, because you continue to learn and heal. I won't say like all your relationship was karmics, but you know, to be able to decipher the karmics from, you know, the actual twin flames. Oh, your actual twin flames, they won't try to change you. Then we have the 8 of rings. Rings are pentacles with the camera guy. Right? And I've been saying, they watched you work, heal. They watched you heal. They watched you release. They watched you walk away. They watched you do all of this. He even said it with the sunglasses. They was watching. We know this. They saw all the work and effort and time that you put into it to master where you are now. Then we have the Page of Flutes with the Daydreamers. Flutes are cups. So the things that you daydreamed about, you pretty much created and did. And again, they watched and they sat. You have all the see, where before with the tower, where the clouds and the birds. Now the birds is above the clouds and you also above the cloud. And it's like you're no longer confused or like have this clouded judgment that this person created or anybody else created. Like you're above that. Only person that can cloud your head or your judgment and confuse you is you. But if you confuse yourself, I'm pretty sure you can like get yourself out of that. You know, sometimes there is a rabbit hole from time to time. But able to stop yourself and get yourself out of that rabbit hole. But also seeing that there's clear skies and then there is the sun is like being able to know yourself and trust yourself and know when your intuition is giving you like information and stuff like that, and to trust it and to go and to listen to it and to know that it is coming from like spirit and your intuition. And then we have the Queen of Roses with the Beauty Queen. Roses are wands. Okay. So see that she's looking at this. They try to make you seem like you were second place or you deserve to be in second place. The flute. They try to make you second fiddle. And you... Nothing's wrong with silver, okay? It's good for certain skin tones or certain people. That's great. That's cool. I don't like silver that much. I'm more of a gold person. So, not saying I'm always going to try to go for first, but just like, there's no reason in a relationship where you should be the second person. Well, depending. Because there are some religions. But if there's no religious factor, why are you second? Why is there another person? You see her? And then even and when the religion comes into it, there's steps and there's levels and there's rules. Well, rules pretty much. Like the first one, nobody trumps her. Okay, nobody's talked to her any which way. She low key boss man too. Okay, nobody checks her. Nobody talks to her, and vice versa. The lower you are, the less and less you get. You can't be talking to anybody above you any which kind of way. So, but this person just trying to have a whole free-for-all. And it's like, that's kind of confusing to me. Because that's not how that's supposed to go. And they pretty much did that to play on your insecurities. Because now I'm looking at the daydreamer looking at like the beauty queen. And you're pretty much thinking that you wish to be that, but which is why they try to put you in second place, because it's like, well, if you already feel like you're second place, even though you deserve to be fucking first place, because you were the best option, you was the prize. They see how you become what you dreamed of. Let's say you wanted to lose weight, but when you was with this person, you will go to the gym, you will lose weight, and then now all of a sudden they start making you a whole bunch of foods and stuff like that to get you to put back on the weight that you lost. It's like they was always trying to keep you stuck or do the opposite of what you was doing. And it was like once you removed yourself from this person, created some form of distance, stopped talking to this person, you started putting your mind to the things that you wanted to do, and it started to heal and work out for you, and you pretty much became the beauty queen. And you're not in second place. You think that you're in second place because you feel like there's somebody beautiful and you are better looking than you, and it's like, okay, cool, but you're pretty too, you're beautiful too. Okay, they cute too, but you cute. Okay, we all cute. Okay, you cute, I'm cute, we all cute together. But this cameraman, they don't feel cute, okay? They feel inadequate, which is why they sat and watched you from afar. And then we have the 6 of mirrors with the silver lining. Mirrors are swords. We already had the 6 of swords. With the 6 of spades. This was 6 of spades, right? Yeah, with the tower. It was sudden. You suddenly left? Yeah, because the tower talked. I was talking about the birds in the clouds. Yeah. You found the silver lining real fast, and that cleared clear skies. You was above the clouds after that. It's like this person trying to make you feel like, oh, you wasn't pretty enough. You're not good enough to be with them. You're just like, okay, then go find that. You just let them. Found the silver lining. If you're not pretty enough to them, there's somebody that you would be beautiful enough for. And they've been sad ever since. Told you, they're concerned. There's tears. Look at the tears. There's sadness in the tears. If the camera will pick it up. There we go. They're sad, they're concerned, they're crying. They don't want to be there. Then we have the 7 of roses drama. Yeah. But they cause this drama and confusion of upheaval on their own. Also with the math, they try to pretend like they happy and that they want to be there. Everything's all fine and going together. But deep down inside, baby. Baby, they dead inside. They're dying. They're sad. They don't want to be there. But they refuse to take accountability for their actions and leave. Because if they leave, then people will realize they don't have money. And we have the Knight of Mirrors, the meathead. Yeah. Who's watched you? The meathead. Somebody that's very foolish and impulsive. Who created drama. to try to stop you from achieving your dreams and your goals and the things that you wanted to do for yourself. Why? Because the attention, your beauty, your beauty attracts. They wanted to possess it and control it, but your beauty is your beauty. They can't take that. Well, they can stress you out, but once you relieve that stress, sometimes your face might kind of sort of change. You might get some pimples. Depends. It all works differently with different people. But it's like once you get away, you like get yourself back together, and people be like, yo, yup, she good now. She wasn't good before. I don't know who did that or what was that, but she wasn't good before, but she good now. And they see that. You found that silver lining, and you good now. Meanwhile, they not good. See? Rose ceremony. They trying to put you in a competition with a whole bunch of other people. We had other women, okay, looking over your shoulder. They try to make it seem like, oh, are you going to get a rose? Are you worthy enough? I'm going to use it again. See? Self-elimination. You removed yourself. Once you heard, like, options. I'm not competing. For you? No. And you left. Okay. Card's kind of being confusing right now. It won't shuffle. There we go. And then I'm going to do the inner child and then finish off with the angels. The ships could talk about like movements and trying to come to you and travels and stuff like that. So, because the Six of Swords also talks about travel, and that is a boat. So, you're moving on and moving forward, and is where you're going is way calmer than where this person is going. And the reason why it's calmer is because the whole emotional state that you're more balanced than this person. They create in their own waves themselves. Well, they create, they creating it themselves, and the karmic that they with is also creating it, because that is a karmic that they with. And yeah, because remember I kept saying they fumbled themselves out of the Empress. They replaced you with a karmic. How is that your problem? Nobody's telling them to do that. But they thought that was an Empress, and they was like, okay, cool. Then they got attached. Probably in like a whole relationship with the whole family and home commitment, something. Some way, somehow, they stuck there. And that was a karmic. The grass was fake. Also, with some people, where I remember saying that somebody gonna try to come and check you, and it's your name, but that's not your number. That person, that female that might try to come and check you, just that's all you pretty much need. That's not your number. Don't, if she be like, okay, well, call the phone or give me your number so I can call, don't give them your number. Because then that person is going to have your number. Don't do it. Just say that that's not your number. Don't show them your number. Don't give them your number. Just, that's not your number. Then see, like, if they legit have their phone and stuff like that, or have the number, tell them to call the number. If your phone do not ring, that's proof right there that that's not your number. But then the number that it is. The number that it is. Because some of them, I think in one of the readings, Glorilla popped in my head. I was like, are they messing with your friend? Or did they select? They might need to check their own phone to see if they're similar numbers. Okay. Your number, that's not your number. Don't give them your number either. Don't show it to them. Don't give it to them. Tell them, seeing that they have Call the number. Have your phone. Your phone can literally be on the table. Have it in your hand. You can show them like that. Have them call it. It will ring. Your shit will not. That's proof that it's not your number. Okay? They be like, oh, well, it's a different phone. Especially if somebody pick up and be like, hello. Like, bitch, it ain't me. Like, it's just, that's denial right there. They don't want to accept it. They want to have a problem with you and trying to have beef with you. But there's no reason to have beef with you. Then they want to have beef with you, but then can't compete with you. So it's just like, what are we starting this for? For them to be angry all the time and have a reason to be upset and to lash out. But then it's like, you beefing with yourself at the end of the day. So, yeah. Then we have the 9 of Roses with meeting parents. Roses are wands. So the 9 of Wands in this aspect is like where the relationship is rough, the relationship is tough, but they feel like, oh, since I met their parents, like, we in this for the long haul. They trying to persevere through all the rough and the trials because they've been to their house, they seen their house, they have a kid together or something like that. They have like this, I won't say fate, but like makeshift house, pretty much. This makeshift relationship, this makeshift family. But because if you pay attention to the house in the back, that's not solid. And we have a stable foundation here. Somebody is more stably have a more stable foundation than somebody else. Oh, what also popped in my head was with Tammy. It was like kind of sort of like Cheaters. But then everyone kept saying like, oh, well, I met his mama. I did this with his mom. I did this with his friends and blah, 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 blah. But it was like 4 or 5 of them. But each and every one of them was around the family. And then was around the friends. So they're like, that don't mean shit. That ain't mean shit. Like, that ain't mean shit. Like, oh, I go grocery shopping with his mom. I go shopping with his mom and every blah, 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 blah. Like, that ain't mean shit. And then Tammy was even asking them like, okay, so when did it started? 2 of them, 3 years. So it's just like y'all been, right? And somebody else was like 5. So it's just like, huh? But the family know about me, so I'm the main bitch. Like, no, that don't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit. Also, that loyalty don't lie with you. That doesn't mean shit. She might just be bored. Need a friend. Follow her this way, kind of thing. Like, doesn't mean shit. Then we have the 3 of Roses with new destination. Yeah. You just persevered over this. And you moved on and moved forward, went somewhere else. Now we got a plane. Told you, your boat flying. So while they in the water, they're gonna take them a while to reach you by fucking plane. And then we have the advisor, which is the high priestess. And they normally don't talk about this or let you know or see the advisors, but they are an advisor. Well, if you watch Dare White People, and what season was that? I don't know, but I remember when Coco was on some show, okay? And she had an advisor, but you don't normally see the advisor because the advisor is behind the scenes and stuff like that. And they pretty much give you advice and pretty much also like tell you what's going on. Because the high priestess is behind the scenes and know the secrets and stuff like that. Inform you of that. And help you move on and move forward. And then we have the... Hold on. The Bachelorette. Oh, then we have the Heart. Like the Queen of Cups. So, pretty much at this point in time, you're the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. But also the Queen of Wands. So you're pretty and attractive. And you loving, solid, and stable. And you're not materialistic or superficial. Seeing that the Queen of Swords didn't come out here, talk about like using your discernment and cutting off people and standing in your power and being someone of authority, but also being honest and speaking your truth and having integrities and having morals. That's what you radiate and give off. So people know they can't really bullshit you. Just a silver lining. So the people that won't, some people, yes, they're gonna still try to come to you and try to like play with you and stuff like that, just to see if they can get a chance. But those people already know that they don't got shit for you. They can't provide anything for you. So they won't really try to do that. Oh, and because it would make no sense, and you might hurt their feelings, and they don't want that. And then we have the Five of Mirrors with Tattletale. Yeah, with the mouse. Even told you before with when the cat's away, the mouse come out to play. Mouse with a heart, and they doing what? Eating it. Mirrors is swords, so this person was short-sighted and sabotaged the relationship themselves. They pretty much told them themselves that they was insecure, wasn't smart to handle this, wasn't equipped to handle it. They never had somebody as beautiful as you. They told them themselves. It was pretty obvious to see. Then we have the Knight of Roses with the Front Runner. Yeah. Because it keeps ending on the Knight. We have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords with the Knight of Mirrors, and the Knight of Wands. This meathead thought they would be the first runner. That you was going to come back to them, you was going to pick them and choose them. Because roses are wands. Knight of Wands is a player, is it not? This was a stupid, impulsive, foolish player that was short-sighted. Why were they short-sighted? Because they have some form of trauma that they have not. I don't even think it's trauma. They have some thing that they refuse to get over and try to use that as an excuse to hurt other people. Three of Mirrors, red flag. That's a big red flag. Person weird. It's like, if you ask them why are you like this, they will try to blame everybody else. Like, oh, I'm like this because this and this did this. Oh, I'm like this because da 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 did this to me. Now I'm like this because da 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 did this. And it's like somebody is always going to be doing something to you, or like, but you don't have to let it affect you and stuff like that. So then, if you ask the person again, why are you like this? Oh, I'm like this because this person did this. I'm like this because it's like, but why are you letting it affect it? Why are you letting it affect you to this manner? And then if you even ask them when did they do this, the years or the time between, it's like, and you still carrying this and holding on to it for what? And then it's like, you're not taking it out on the person that did it and letting them know how you feel about it. You're letting people that have absolutely no idea of what the fuck happened to you, because you refuse to talk about it and acknowledge it or even share it with anybody, but yet you feel like that justifies you to use it as an excuse to be an asshole and treat that person like shit. So wouldn't it be nice to know why that, like, to the other person, to let them know why they read you, why they getting treated like shit? But then that person would then say, but I'm not comfortable to share that part yet. But then it's just like, but that's the reason why you treating them like an asshole. Is it not? So then they're just running. They run from relationship to relationship because they refuse to open up to anybody. Because then you will realize, once they start trying to open up to everybody, all the drama that they created was a whole bunch of nonsense. and short-sightedness and was stupid. All the excuses that they made were lies. And it was just said to get them to confuse you or buy time to keep you there and still given to them. Now I'm gonna do like the bookends. So we have the Knight of Roses with the front runner, which is the cameraman, which also said the Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords is also the cameraman. Which is why I put these two together. Been sitting here watching you the whole time heal, grow, move on, and evolve, doing bigger and better things. Alright, you're no longer sabotaging yourself or letting other people sabotage what you built. They felt like when you walked away that they had the power and stuff like that. They was in control because they felt like you was a coward for walking away. But because also what popped in my head was Michael Jackson before the song. Like, it was Free My Mind with Tim, and then Michael Jackson would show them your funky, show them your fright. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right, just beat it. Like, is it fight or fright? Whatever, just leave, okay? And then it's like, was it Friday when I forgot his name in the show, because the popped in my head was Granddad from Boondocks. And he was like, oh, like, no, like, live to fight another day and stuff like that. That's being more smarter. That's pretty much what Michael Jackson was saying, like, beat it, like, just go. So they felt like that was being a coward, but that was the smartest decision you did, because you picked and choose your battles wisely, and you realized it wasn't worth going back and forth with this person. It will be a waste. And since you walked away, they watched you and they seen, like, because they expected you to, like, always cower and walk away. You haven't been walking away. So now this person is just like, then why did you walk away from them? And it was like, because what you were trying to build and what you were trying to attract, you wouldn't have got it with this person. It was always would have been second best or second fiddle. And that's when they realized, like, you didn't fight for them because they wasn't, might come off wrong, but they wasn't worth fighting for. Which is why you didn't fight. You just walked away. There was no reason. There was nothing to fight for. That was like, there's nothing to fan over. There was nothing to fight for. There was nothing to fan over. There was no reason to. Which is why you just left. And because when you think about it, because now Disney popping in my head. Mulan. He said, what do I want a girl worth fighting for? This person was worth fighting for. It was not worth none of it. And then Olaf even said, some people are worth melting for. They was not worth none of it, bro. None of it. Seeing that those two popped in my head, they wasn't worth it. Was not worth it at all. And yeah, that could be the advice that you got. You realized. You saw the silver lining. Like, even half of those guys didn't have a person. If you watch Mulan 2, the three Poe and the other dude, the two dudes, they didn't have a girl. They got a girl in Mulan 2 and stuff like that. So they didn't have anybody worth fighting for. But they can imagine somebody else worth fighting for. You didn't want to fight, but it wasn't worth it. Which is why you left. You saw the silver lining. Like, this ain't worth fighting for. I'm going to go find something that is. Which was you. And you moved on. Went somewhere else. Even if it was like physically or like mentally. And or emotionally, you just detached from this person. You went, like, created some space. And that, to them, created some form of drama. And a burden. Because they're not getting your attention. I said a burden because it's 3 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, which equals 10. So technically, again, there is 3 10s. But still no aces. So it's like this. It's just a burden that they have to carry and that they're going to carry for a very long time because they refuse to let it go and accept the lesson that They pretty much did this and caused it themselves. And they refuse to accept that because they can't be the problem. Is how they feel. So, from the inner child, we have create and refuel. I even said with the car and stuff like that, you have enough gas in your car. They don't. So they did all of this to try to slow you down, but they wore themselves out. And then we have self-love. Yeah. In the midst of them doing all this, you loved yourself, you healed yourself, and started accepting yourself, realizing your self-worth. They could have just did the exact same thing. Especially if they watched you. Just fucking just copy. Act like you ain't do that shit before. Just copy it. But then they copying it for the wrong reasons, which is why it's not working. If you actually copy it for the right reasons to better your fucking life, okay, to move on, to stop feeling like shit in the inside, then you will then love yourself. You will get over it. You can. If you forgive yourself. I just explained how cross-watcher, I'm talking to you now. I just explained how the viewer accepted their shadow. You are their shadow, cross-watcher. How they accepted it? Because they forgave you. They let it go. They released it. They moved on. Why are you still holding on to it? Because you haven't forgave yourself. I told you, now you lease 30%. 30%. Before you was 25. Now you lease 30% there. I'm going to put you to 40. They're your light side. You're their shadow side, so you're mainly shadow. Darkness. They are your light. Where before they was 25% light and 50% 25% light and 25% dark. Now there's no dark. Because they accepted the dark. Which is why they able to move on and move forward. They whole and complete. They got insecurities, yes, but who don't? They're not different. They have worries, yes. Other people do too. They're not different. You try to make it seem like you're different than everybody else, and that's the problem. You're not. You're not entitled to this person to love you. This person doesn't have to go back to you, especially if you're treating them like shit. Figure out why you treating them like shit. Why you treat yourself like shit. Because if you want to talk about they twin flames, if y'all are twin flames, then technically you treated your twin like shit, and that's supposed to be you. Why did you treat you like shit? Figure that out. Then it ties back to self-love. You don't love yourself. Why don't you love yourself? Now you have 40%. Figure out the rest of the 60. Because I ain't here for you. Here for the viewer. But you keep watching her and stalking her and bothering her. Also, cross-watcher adjacent, okay? You figure out why you attracted to this man. Why you stuck with him. Why you with them. Because you don't got to be there either. You could be like this person. You could be actually like the viewer. And you do want to be like the viewer, which is why you're mad at the viewer. Because the viewer can do things that you're not doing. Why are you, the viewer, doing things you're not doing? Because you're obsessed with this person. If you stop being obsessed with that person, realizing that person ain't shit, do the exact same shit. The exact same shit. Now you at least 25% too. Okay? Leave this person alone. Many times I've been saying, I'm pissing spirit off. You done pissed a whole bunch of angels off. And it was different department angels. Because you're trying to emotionally manipulate somebody. Which that's Archangel Raphael. And then you're trying to stop somebody from living in their purpose. Which that's Archangel Gabriel. It's like you're just trying to do a whole bunch of different shit for absolutely no reason. And then be upset that it doesn't work out. And then trying to find a whole different ways for it to work out. It's just not going to work out because it's not meant to work out. This is not meant to work out. Okay? It's falling apart because it's not meant to stay together. It's not meant to be together. It's not meant to last. Let it go and let it fall. Let it crumble. Okay? When the three little pigs, when the wolf blew the shit down, did they put the house back up? No, they went somewhere else. Find somewhere else to go. Not to each other. Find somewhere else to go. Don't come back to this person. The person don't want neither one, okay? Don't want no parts. Leave that bitch alone, okay? Sorry if you're for calling you a bitch, but leave them alone. What the fuck? Huh. Scene. But just stop that shit. Because you feel like you're causing chaos and confusion in this person. You're just confusing yourself because you're confused at how this person how they keep moving, how they keep going, and how they still happy. Because they're not worried about fuck shit. That's some fuck shit. Some dumb shit. They ain't worried about that. They ain't putting money on their plates, on their table. Ain't doing shit for them. Why they worried about it? You fucking up your own life. Why they gotta worry about that? You ain't fucking up their life. You can't even get to their life. Attached, like, makes no sense. Makes no sense. Like, just stop. Focus on yourself. And then that's the funny, you watch this person focus on themselves. How do you didn't realize that's what it was? Focus on yourself. By yourself. Wow. Wow. Now 45%. 30% for the other person. Wow. Look at that. Then we have balanced perspective. Like, look at that. Now y'all moving for, like, wow. This seems so hard for y'all to put two and two together or realize that shit. Just don't understand. Like, and we have celebrate. Person realized that, which is how they moved on. Because we have healing inner child. This is the inner child deck. Now they're happy. Why? They got to the root of the problem. Then we have heart wisdom. Which was, they didn't love themselves. If you don't love yourself, you're not going to trust yourself. You're not going to listen to you. Like, and then self-love ties to your what? Your sacral chakra. And if that is blocked, then your solar plexus is blocked. If your solar plexus is blocked, you're not taking action on anything. Why? Because you don't feel stable or solid or confident enough to do so. Why? Because you don't love yourself. So then, since you don't love yourself, it's hard for you to accept or believe that other people will love you. Because it's just so hard to love you. Like, then it's just, that's what you try to do to this other person, which is why they was like, okay, if I'm not pretty enough, it's hard to love me, go find somebody that it is easier to love. Which you did. And now you don't want to be there. Why? Why you keep jumping from love to love to love? Because you don't know what you want. Why don't you know what you want? Because you don't know what you love. Why don't you know what you love? Because you don't even love yourself. You don't know yourself. Viewer knows themselves. If you know who you are, you know what you love, you know what you want, then you will be good. If you're not, then that's therapy. Other than that, you will be good. If you actually listen to your feelings and validate them. You don't need somebody else to validate your feelings. See? Inverse. Because your intuition is yourself. You don't trust yourself because you don't love yourself. So you're not going to listen to your inner voice or your intuition telling you shit. You're going to listen to your ego that's more so telling you things to hurt you and put you in more drama. And then you have growth. So you're growing weird and you're growing fucked up and things keep falling apart. And then I keep hitting this. So it says red flag, but then underneath it is the Queen of Swords with the bitch. And then we have fans. Right? Because this is a 21 card, which is the world. The cycle comes to an end and comes to a completion because of the, the red flags. Somebody walked away. And, the person that they picked is a bitch. And then it could be the fans are surprised that they picked this person, but somebody's surprised they picked that person. Somebody find it funny because they know that's not going to work out. It's going to fall apart. And the other person just okay, what else we going to watch? It's just, This person, all this didn't, you still left at the end of the day. And now they stuck with somebody that they don't want to be with, that they see and view as a bitch. Why? We have the Four of Pentacles. Because they wanted to possess you. They felt entitled to your love. And your love, other people's love, they're pretty much just a brat. And then we have the King of Flutes. It's supposed to be the King of Cups. They try to present themselves as like a single father or a single dad, but they're actually not. Then we have Sent Home. Yeah, they try to come and talk to you. You send this person on, send them back home. Like, go back to your family. And now they stressed out and sad. See, with the concerned card, they stressed out and sad because they don't want to go back there. Right? Page of Wand with the Page of Rose with Free Spirited. You're not letting this person drag you down. Trying to possess you and control you. What? No. No. They don't even know what they want to do. That's crazy. And at the bottom, we have the Seven of Rings with for the right reasons. So when this person rejected you, they rejected you for the wrong reasons. You're rejecting them for the right reasons. And that stresses this person out even more. And then I know, like, I kind of sort of helped them be like, oh, now they have 40%. They can catch up to me. No, they can't. Remember the butterflies. There was like 5 transformations. They on one. One of your 5. Exactly. Exactly. Like, they ain't catching up to you. They need to start. This is why I gave them that much. Like, they've been sitting here stalking and watching and haven't applied to anything. They probably still ain't gonna apply. I gave, like, now, I legit told you, they had like 40. The other person had like 35, I believe. Or 20, yeah, 30 or 35. She might start applying and seeing that, starting to realize, like, oh shit, I can be like that too. And it's like, yeah, why are you attracted to this person? And it's like the competition. Why you feel like you need to be in competition? Why you feel like you gotta compete for somebody's love? And then she realized, figure it out, realize, oh shit, I don't gotta compete with nobody love. Then boom, another one, liberated, set free. And they probably just sit there twiddling their fingers, trying to figure out why nobody loved me. They're just like, you don't love yourself. If you, literally everybody, J. Cole says it all the time, you gotta love yourself first. Except Neo. He was the only one that was like, let me love you until you learn to love yourself. It was Neo, but again, he got a divorce. That's not the best person to use. You see? See? That's not the best person to use. And I think he was like, the reason they got a divorce, like, they demons wouldn't clash and stuff like that. So it's like, they insecurities just created more and more drama. Which just draw them further and further apart. But I remember saying, with the King of Cups being here, the King of Cups pretty much initiated this. And they try to present themselves as if they are the King of Cups, but they the King of Cups reverse. Keep that in mind. But they try to flip back and forth. Try to make it seem like they upright and then they reverse. Upright, reverse. But more so if you look at the King of Cups reverse and all its qualities. I'm gonna do a pick a card on the King of Cups. I already did one on the Page of Swords. And we got like a little bit of information, but I took took out the King of Cups and out the Queen of Pentacles because that keep coming up. And it even came up here like that. It keeps coming up. The Page of Swords didn't come up. But it's clear to see that this person is watching you and is spying on you. Then we even have looking over your shoulder. They are watching you. They are spying on you. But the Knight, the Page of Swords is like, I did a pick a card that explains. If you watch, it explains why, who. I don't say who, but like why, what reason. And I think I did a reading after that, and that's when I realized like I did the pick a card was like a 4, right? But at least 3 of the piles was very similar. One was like completely different, but then it was like the group of it as well. 2 of the scenarios is very similar. Like this person, it was in a marriage or in a relationship. It could be open, or he's cheating on the person, and the person don't know that they're cheating. Okay. If it is open, the person does know about you, which explains why they both watching you. Okay. Because that, for some of you, that was the reason why they had to stop talking to you. That person told them to stop talking to you because they saw how they cared for you more than they cared for that person, and they didn't like that. Or they felt like at some point in time that like the main male was gonna leave them for you. Now, if the person was cheating, which is why I said this person gonna try to check you. You found out they had a wife, you stopped like, and you didn't entertain it, and nothing went further. But your name is still floating around, or they use your name in their phone to use to cover somebody else's number, but that's not your number. For some of y'all, that's not your number. So that was that. The other one, it was like this person was already in a relationship or like in a marriage. You rejected them, so they try to make it seem like they. It doesn't have to be you. It didn't need to be you. They can do it with anybody. So they got somebody else to replace you to try to make you look jealous and make you come to them and stuff like that. But that person that they picked was a shit show, and that didn't work out. Now some of y'all was in. It was there's no marriage a part of it or anything, right? Y'all was together. Y'all broke up. And as a result, they retaliated and jumped into another relationship with somebody else to try to get you jealous, which I never understood or figured out why. Because some of y'all blocked them. So if they blocked, how is that gonna get back to you? But then that's when they like try to rely on like gossip, and was hoping that it get back to you. But the people that they were around wasn't really, you didn't really care for it. You're not like you're gonna talk to them and stuff like that. So then it was never really gonna get back to you. So they like, again, they did all this for what reason, and now that person also, the person that they got with the rebound is also upset with you. But then it's just like, I didn't make you a rebound, they made you a rebound. Don't take that on me. They ain't got shit to do with me. Alright, but then we have the 3 of Cups with God, the right hand of God with fame and renown, influence, ventures, and great discovery. Yeah, somebody's moving forward and moving on. And it's influenced by God. So which is why I said like you can probably sense their energy, or it's like feel like they in the rear view mirror, but they will never touch you or get to near you because they are nothing but shadow. And then we have the devil. See what I said? Nothing but shadow. The devil with the sovereignty of God, with seduction and downfall, communication with the dead, and teaching of the occult and magic. That's the whole putting a spell on somebody. This person did actually from time to time. Let's not forget that. And then we have the Hermit with the word of God creates all, with alchemy and transformation, rules natural events, and help with spiritual progress. See? So technically, I had to help these people. If I have the knowledge, it's kind of wrong for me to just sit on the knowledge. That made no sense. And also, like I said, they not going to catch up to you. transform it over 5 times. They still stuck on 1. You're good. You're fine. Which is why Spirit just like, figure it out. It's not that hard. You've been watching since the first transformation. How do you not figure that out yet? Like, they just like, how? Is it hard? Is it? At the bottom, we have the Empress for fertility and fruitfulness and assures peace between married couples. So, yeah, you're pretty much in a commitment with yourself, and they just like, well, how? How? She used to be insecure and feel this way and that way. How is she all connected now? Just like because she loved herself. She released what other people were trying to program her into thinking and accepting. She realized she is worth it and she's worthy and deserving of love. Healthy love. Then we have alchemy and transformation with fame and renewal. So it's like, yeah. Now she's getting the attention. But the attention she's getting is not just based on her beauty and just like because of her beauty. It's her beauty, the things that she create, the things that she do, how she dressed, her personality, who she is. And then we have rules, naturals, events, and influence transfer. Yeah. God is the reason why the person is moving on and moving forward. They learned the lesson. Saturn is the planet of like karmic and with the sacrifice and like releasing and stuff like that. If you do not learn the lesson, it will just continue to repeat and repeat. You will not move forward. Which is why I said rules, natural events. You just continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. You will not move forward. But since you learned the lesson, you're then able to move forward. The only person that can say that you're able to move forward with the World card being here, saying the cycle is closed and come to an end, is God. And he sees. And he knows. So if you try to play dumb or try to make it seem like that you know what you're doing or that you did pass when you actually didn't pass, he knows. Which is how... Oh, because the card fell on the devil. I'm supposed to explain. Okay, I'm supposed to explain it. God is omnipresent. The devil is not. God is everywhere. Does he have workers? Yes. He has angels. Cool. But he doesn't really need the angels. He can do everything by himself. Just because he can doesn't mean you should. But like that kind of thing. He can do it all by himself. And... Oh yeah, even the angels, there's different departments. There's archangels, there's thrones, there's dominions, I want to say. But each one has like a different role to play. The archangels help the humans. There's some that's supposed to sit and watch. There's some that's supposed to help people. There's recorders and stuff like that. And then there's ones that are supposed to, I want to say protect the timeline, but like not like the way things are supposed to go and work out, they're supposed to protect that. Now, you know, if you read the Bible, like the Garden of Eden and stuff like that. Once he kicked Adam and Eve out, he placed the angel over there. There's certain things that are protected and stuff like that. And that's their role and their job, just to protect shit. Okay? Or like watch, observe, write down things, help people, like kind of thing. So which is why I can tell you, they pissing off a lot of different departments. Because for one, they threw this out of balance. They try to... threw it out. If they did the whole spells, that threw it out of balance. The person also don't understand physics, which is how it's mind-boggling to me. And so it's like they broke spiritual law, physics, and then threw a whole bunch of shit out of balance. And then we're trying to figure out, like, I wonder why my life is the way that it is. You wonder, like you wonder. Because it's all the shit that you've done. It's your consequences coming. It's catching up to you. You have to deal with it. You have to face them. When you face them, okay, your life will get a little bit better. Now you're 45. And we have the angel of fertility. Oh, but yeah, God is omnipresent. The devil is not. He has minions. I call them minions, like the demons and stuff like that. Little footmen, little workers. Who are the workers? When he was kicked out, he was very convincing, and he convinced. Funny enough, that I kept talking about the quarters. He convinced a quarter of the angels, okay, to leave with him, and they all fell. They all fell, and they left, caused destruction, confusions. There was a war. Looked like the angels was losing. God was like, hold on, I got a sword for that ass. Busted out with the sword. Sword destroyed not destroyed everything. Angels end up winning. Satan lost. Now he tried to see. He ruins people. Well, him and his little workers. So, which is why the snake, devil, demons, snake on top of snake, demon on top of demon. Empath, which is the light, because that's the whole emotions and stuff like that, is not here. There's no light. There's nothing to feed them. They feed on empaths. They feed on the positivity, which is why they try to send you spiritual attacks. Because it was never with you. The beef is never with you, okay? The beef is with the light within you. And that light came from God. Because you have a purpose and a role to play. And they trying to stop it. And God, with the natural rule, God was like, what I said, okay? One thing about me, I'm going to stand on what I said. That's what, yeah. So if it's written, it's going to happen. Point blank, period. Also, which is why each of these cards have a Bible verse to go towards. Demons, they know of God as well. They know about him. Which is why if you say his name or you call Jesus, they get scared. They know him. They know of him. They know the power. They're scared of him. They know. They know. Okay? So which is why, in the Bible, certain religious factors, they try to teach you certain verses. So you don't go through the same stories that other people went through. Because the devil also tried to go to Jesus and try to tempt Jesus, and Jesus was like, get behind me, Satan. And Satan just was like, alright, cool. So, alright, cool. Heard you. I'm gonna leave you alone. Or everybody else. No, not even Job. When he didn't have the Bible, have a Bible verse to do it, anything like that. But he never cursed God or gave up on God or let the devil get in between that. Let those little minions, everybody oh, just curse God and give up and stuff like that. He never did that. He was like, I know I didn't do anything, so this all got to be a part of his plan. And it's for a reason. And then Job, he lost everything. And then when the whole thing was over and it was done, God gave it back. Better than what it was before. So they just trying to confuse you and shake you up and make you think God gave up on you and God's turned away from you, but that's not the case. God is protecting you and he is looking out for you and he is loving you. Because if he didn't, he would have let them, this whole shit, he would have just gave them to you. But he didn't, because there was no reason for you to be there. And then we have Angel of Relationship. I'm going to go one more. I normally don't, but I'm going to go from the bottom. Then we have the Angel of Stress. Yeah. There's no reason for you to be there. This person just want to use you for money and financial reasons. Then we have the Angel of Claircognizance. And I believe claircognizance is when you sense something, right? Which is why I just kept saying before, you could sense something is behind you or something trying to angels got it. You don't gotta worry about it. Cause, you know, this person can't catch you. And the dark will never win. Light trumps dark. So, even if they try to touch you, your light pretty much... like a vampire, like if you open like the blinds in the shade, they'd be like, ah, like that pretty much. That's literally where you at right now. And... pretty much the reason why I have to go through a whole story. Your person could be a divine masculine or was a divine part, like somebody that like walked out and stuff like that, right? One of the part of the like quarter that walked out and fell, and then God was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna give you a replacement, and that replacement's gonna be better. Nothing gets better than this. Replacement is better, and now they triggered. They're just like, what did you think was gonna happen? You just leave, and heaven was supposed to be like, oh, like no. Woo! So, yeah, they thought they leave, you be stressed, and just do it all your own and by your lonesome. That's not what happened. Well, even if you did it by your lonesome, God became your boyfriend. And he treated you better than what this other person have treated you. He also helped you, trained you, teach you, learned you. Y'all in a whole different area. That's what I'm talking about. You grew. Evolved over time, like 5 times over. This person is stuck on 1. They weren't even stuck. They didn't even start. But yeah, that was a very long reading. I didn't expect it to be, but that's all that I have for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, then please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching.